Existence of a human being in the world around him has been a matter of discourse since ancient times. What is the meaning of this existence? Existentialists believe that life is about finding meaning in a meaningless world. One has to discover one's being or the purpose of one's existence. Although the overall larger picture of existence remains absurd. The novel The Last Labyrinth, written by Arun Joshi and published in 1981, is a kind of novel that encompasses various approaches towards this theory of existentialism. It is intricately woven in the complexities of finding meaning in a meaningless world and exercising freedom as an act of authenticity. The protagonist of the novel, Som Bhaskar, who is a rich businessman, is disoriented in life, and he can feel that void or emptiness inside him, despite everything going on well in his life. He is running business successfully. He has perfect wife and children, and a progressive vision. Being an atheist, he doesn't seek answers from God and completely depends on his own ability. As Sartre theorizes that people who are atheists do not place God in the answers to all existential questions, and therefore the absurdity of life becomes even more complicated for them. Sartre also wrote about the importance of past life in shaping the identity of a person. The past life makes a fixed, calcified contribution to the thought process of a person. The protagonist of the novel, The Last Labyrinth, carries the impressions of his past that are imprinted on his mind. On looking at Mehendi on the palm of Anuradha, he remembers the time when he had felt the same hot wave traveling through his spine during his first perception of sensuality in his adolescence on looking at Mehendi on the palm of his headmaster's wife. This Mehendi becomes a source of his connection with past life. The novel The Last Labyrinth also highlights the distinction between theists and atheists. Bhaskar feels irritated when people talk about unseen worlds. His mother had stopped taking medicine for cancer and had refused to go to hospital as she believed that Krishna would cure her. Bhaskar had shown his resentment towards her blind faith in Krishna. He refuses to believe in God without any proof of the presence of God. In the novel, the characters place their center of existence focused on different things. For Aftab, his center of existence lies in his make believe world. He is not married to Anuradha, yet he likes this idea of presenting Anuradha as his wife. The center of existence for Bhaskar's mother was Krishna. Bhaskar had not been able to find his center of existence, causing him to alienate from this world. His restlessness had persisted after his marriage, resulting in extramarital flirtations. When he discovers his center of existence in Anuradha, she leaves him, bringing more chaos in his life. The deserted state forces Bhaskar to ponder upon the real aim of a human being in this world. Being an atheist, he is unable to find answers to his existential questions. As Martin Buber theorizes and differentiates between I it and I thou relationships, Bhaskar breaks away from his I it relationships and he feels the necessity for I thou relationship with Anuradha. He exercises his freedom, breaks the normal path of his life, and follows the path of his love, that the existentialists define as authenticity. But the question is, could this authenticity bring him happiness? So the open ended questions in the novel are: does money bring happiness? Does the freedom of action bring happiness? Does being an atheist make you feel better? The novel, The Last Labyrinth, hints at the idea that people who believe in God and spiritual enlightenment tend to feel satisfied as God becomes their center of existence. If a person is an atheist, he can be an absurd hero, a term coined by Camus, who neither makes a philosophical suicide nor physical suicide due to the absurdity of this existence. The philosophical questions regarding existence become the center of his existence, and these philosophical questions keep a person alive, spiritually as well as existentially.